Hello, everyone, and welcome back to today's podcast. This is episode 6 of Vibe and Talk, and I actually can't believe that we're on episode 6. That's pretty sick. When I first started the podcast, it shouldn't even happened. I kind of just rented a mic and was like, let's see where this goes. But I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, and I think this is something I'm going to continue on doing. On today's episode, it's going to be a pretty dangerous episode. Kind of dangerous in the sense of like, it's going to be really of a tough topic to talk about. It's pretty much, what is it like to get cheated on? And me personally, I've never been cheated on. And I really hope I never get cheated on, because I'm pretty sure that would hurt and suck a lot. And here to share his point of view, here's one of my best friends, Jubay. Thank you, Jubay, for coming.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
So let's just jump right into it, man. You've been cheated on.
I have.
And how long was that relationship?
It was 5 years.
When did it started in high school, right?
Yeah.
Your senior year or junior year?
My junior year.
Junior year. So then you guys are dating. You have been dating since. No, were dating since junior year till. Has it been a year yet?
As of now?
Yeah, as of right now.
No, it would be 6 years in March.
No. I meant like you guys ending the relationship.
Oh no, not yet. It'll
Not
be
yet?
a year in next month.
Oh really? Oh wow, it's like a full circle.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Can you just give me like a short like how it feels to get cheated on? Because I know it sucks. Like obviously, like it really probably does hurt to get cheated on, and seeing that the person that you love, like just do stuff like that to you. You know what I mean?
To be honest, yeah, it did hurt. It was very frustrating and confusing, but at the same time, now that I've thought about it, I feel like I'm glad that it happened. I wish it didn't happen that way. I wish we could have, made amends and just be adults and be, separate.
Be like civil about
it. Like instead of me having to find out and then just making it worse that way.
Oh, so what you're kind of saying is that you wish that relationship would have just ended on a normal, like,
yeah,
just bygones be bygones.
But yeah, I just wish, she could have just said, hey, look, I'm not happy where I am. I feel like I got to focus on myself. And I hope you understand. I don't want to hurt you or any way. But I'm doing this for myself. And it's not that I don't love you anymore. It's just the fact that I feel like I've been focusing too much on us and not myself. And blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that not knowing, thinking that, oh, we're still pretty good,
Yeah.
And the week of Valentine's Day.
Oh, it was the week of Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Can I be honest with you, man? So, me and my buddies, now you, Jubay, know that we did not like this girl at all. Like, me personally, I did not like her, but when she came around, I was never, like, an asshole, Like, anytime she was like, hey, come over for, like, Thanksgiving. We're gonna have a Friendsgiving. I'm like, okay, like, no problem. Even, like, I don't try to make problems, and I try to be, like, a very neutral person. And then, just seeing you guys together, you guys really, it's not like it wasn't, like, a really bad relationship. You guys had your ups and downs, like any other relationship. And I felt that, just the type of person she was didn't really match who you were. And it really showed because, I'm just going to say it. She was a gold digger, bro. Definitely the gold digger.
100%. Like I said, she loved the idea of me, of who I was, But because each relationship is different on their own. We weren't definitely the perfect one, but I never really talked down on anyone, no matter who that person was. Yes, she wasn't the greatest person, but maybe the person who I am could enlighten her a little bit more.
So kind of like change her point of
have
views.
Have a broad view of that other people are different. She would tell me about her prior relationships and all that, and I would try to be or show her the things that she wasn't fulfilled with prior to. But this was like the last thing on my mind. It sucks, but like I said, I'm happy that it happened because I have never been so much happier. the things I've been doing
Oh yeah,
after
you're
her,
a changed man, dude. I've never
dude,
seen this person ever before in my
holy
life.
crap, dude! Like, I've met so many people. I met so many friends. I've been doing things that I've been wanting to do.
What have you experienced now after being cheated on? Like, are your walls up? Like, you don't want to like, you don't. Do you want to be in a relationship right now?
Yes and no. The thought of being in a relationship would be nice, but at the same time, I still want to find myself. I feel like 5 years is a long time, and I'm not all the way healed in the way.
Right, right.
I'm still kind of hurt. Just recently, like I was talking to Brian about I went out for a couple of drinks, and just out of nowhere, like I was in my
It hit you.
feels. Like the alcohol hit
Shit.
differently for some reason, and I thought about it. I'm like, why am I feeling this way? You know, like why am I still feeling this hurt? You know, and it sucks because the other party doesn't feel this way. It's I wish, you know, things could have gotten better. I would have worked out with their things better, but it could have been worse.
Oh, way worse. You guys could have been married.
Yeah.
You guys could have been married on the whole shebang, and then be like, "What the fuck? You're like cheating on me," or like you find out that she cheated on you.
Yeah. It was definitely a rough one. But at the same time though, we did have happy times. We did share good times, you know, we
Mm-hmm.
learned a lot from each other. She made me think about other things I haven't thought about. She changed some things. Not really changed myself, but she changed my point of view on things, on certain things. That helps me who I am today.
You know, what's a really weird thing about you and your ex? Like, she was just so hard to read because when you hang out with her in person, it kind of like at some points it feels like she wants the best for you, and that's why sometimes like I fought with like the other guys. They were saying like, "Dude, I don't really like so and so because they're using Jubay. Like, how do you not see it, Brian?" I said, "Well, our interaction's a little different because you know me. I'm more of a extroverted person. You know what I mean? So like, I don't care who it is. I'll just talk to them, and I'll talk to you like I'm your best friend." So I think that's why I kind of got that vibe from her that like everything's okay. But then I think I got as soon as I got a little closer to you and her, and we'd hang out, I could see dude, there's so many times where she would just like put you down. Do you remember those times, or does it just slip your mind sometimes?
100%. For instance, my birthday.
That's the most horrible story, and she knows it too. She makes fun of me for it.
Exactly.
It's just like so the whole his birthday thing was it 21 when you turned 21?
It was my 21st birthday.
It was his 21st birthday, and you know obviously it's his birthday, so he wants to go to Monterey, and me and David actually is David, me, you, and David, and it was supposed to be the boys, like we're all just gonna hang out in Monterey, like go get drinks. Well, I couldn't drink at the time, but like go and hang out, and later I find out that your ex is coming, and I was just like, okay, like it's not a big deal. And remember that dog you had,
I do remember.
the dog that you didn't even tell her to have or you didn't want, but she brought it and she made you take care of it.
It wasn't like what I wanted outside that we could think about it, but I feel like she grew attached to it or to him just because she never really had a dog like that, or she never really had a moment where she could pick her own dog, you know?
Oh, okay.
So I feel like she grew attached to it, which is why she chose him, and that's why she grew so attached with her. But because I loved her so much, I let her do her own thing, and she seemed happy. Because whenever she's with our dog that we had, she wasn't mad or she wasn't doing it. She was just that happy person that I wanted her to be. But
So like the dog kind of brought the girl that you wanted out. You know what I mean? Brought the personality trait out.
yeah,
But too bad she didn't think about what owning a dog is like. Because the only problem I had was that she stuck the dog with you and was like, I can't keep it at my house. We got to keep it at your house. And you're just like, well, I didn't want the dog in the first place. Like, does that make any sense? So to kind of circle this back to the Monterey story, she ended up bringing the dog with us. And then her sister came, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on, bro? This is a fucking circus. But you know what? It's Jubay's birthday. It's his girl, his sister, and his dog. I'm not going to say nothing, you know? And so we're going, and then your ex goes, we need to find a doggy daycare because we can't take the dog to the aquarium. And I was like, why the fuck are you bringing that dog in the first place, bro?
Yes. So
Makes no sense.
we bring this dog on this 2 hour trip just so the dog can stay at a doggy care all day just to go back home 2 hours.
Yeah, the dog had maybe 15 to 20 minutes of the beach time. Remember? Like
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
But other than that, the dog, it's like, why would you bring the dog and just put him in a doggy daycare? Like, that makes no sense. You should know that the itinerary is we're going to go get food, hang out on the pier, and, like, go to the aquarium. And in what cases can you bring a dog?
It's just one of those deals. Like I said, I was happy for her because, yes, the dog had no reason being there. But like I said, going back to it, it made her happy. And that's what I want from her, even though it made no sense for her to bring it.
Hey, bro, I'll give you props, though. Like, you're a very selfless person. Like, sometimes you can be selfish, but, like, who isn't selfish, you know?
Oh, I am
Selfish
definitely
now?
selfish now.
Yeah, dude, like, after you're breaking up, because I feel like you devoted a lot of, like, sacrifices to make her happy and kind of, like, compensate for what you wanted to do, right? And so now you got all the time in the world because you're single now. What is it like?
Oh boy, it's the best thing ever, dude. The only situation I have is the girls that I've been meeting.
Is it very different, like, from your expectations, or?
Yes, it's different, but all the girls that I've been talking to, all of their names ends with an A.
Oh.
It's
And so
the
did your
weirdest shit
ex-girlfriends.
ever.
I mean, that's a pretty big. I don't think that's a coincidence, though. There's plenty of people with names with A's.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but out of all the million people out there,
Oh, and you're meeting these girls.
and they have like the same tone to it, the ending tone.
Oh.
Wow, I'm just being crazy. But regardless, though, being single and making new friends and going on dates and just being me in general, it's probably has been the best decisions I've ever made. I mean, even though I didn't choose it myself, but I'm just glad things went the way went the went went the way they went, because hadn't that happened, I would have still been the
like the.
same old me
Yeah.
years ago.
Were you happy in your relationship? Like, now that you look back at it, because obviously you're gonna say yes, you were happy in that relationship. But now you look back at it, do you think you were really happy?
I probably wouldn't say I wasn't
The happiest you could be?
happiest, but I was happy to have something,
Oh, okay.
like, but at the same time, I feel like I put in a lot more work and a lot more effort than I needed to.
Could you feel that you were putting more effort into okay, so there's an argument sometimes like I put in more effort into this relationship than you do. Do you feel that way in you and your ex's relationship, that you like put more effort into it?
I guess it goes both ways. I feel like I did a lot more. She felt like she did a lot more. I feel like I did a lot more to get her parents to like me, but she did a lot more to, I guess, rebel against her parents, because she didn't really, well, her parents didn't really like me, so it worked both ways, just different situations.
You know what the thing is though, like your relationship dates way back, and when it dates way back, there was already issues. You know what I mean? Like issues from the beginning, and I'm surprised you stuck through it all. Cause at one point, something happened between you and the parents, right? Yeah. And like
That was
it was a very crazy thing.
a mistake.
So I don't know. So that happened, and then after that, her parents like never liked you, huh?
Yeah, but knowing myself,
You just wanted to fight for it.
yeah, no relationship is perfect. Because if it is, everyone would be in one. So it's what you make out of it, the decisions you make, the choices, So I feel like I did something bad. So what I should have done, or what I did do, was make up for my mistakes, own up to it, accept what it is, move on, and make up for it, I guess. Be respectful, and just not doing the things that I did prior to anymore. So even though when that situation happened, I should have just let things go.
Mm-hmm.
But when my heart said what to do, it wouldn't be right. I don't want to leave her out in the blank because
You kind of just ending it on like a bad note, huh?
yeah. Even though she left me hanging just like that.
Yeah, that's the shittiest part about
I
this
wouldn't.
whole
I would
situation.
never even do that to anyone. As far as cheating, like if I'm not happy, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. Look, I'm not happy where I am. I got to focus on myself and whatever. But to actually go behind someone's back and doing things like that, and she has her own story.
Oh, definitely.
And that story I don't believe whatsoever. I gotta cut the bullshit with you, Brian. I'm fed up with it. If we're gonna vent and talk about this, I want to make sure it's just 100% raw.
Okay, down for that.
This certain individual, her name is...
Whoa, and the last name too?
Right. And I feel like her story is just complete bullshit. Her mom decides to tell her to ask a certain individual. And this guy, his name is
Oh my god, drop a name, bro.
Philip Lee, right? So, to ask about her grandma, or his grandma. And so he reciprocates, saying, oh, she's doing this stuff, and I'll let my mom know. But, unfortunately, they kept talking. And the week of Valentine's Day, or the week of Valentine's, I should say, I decided to meet her up after the state.
Meet her up.
Yeah, meet her up.
Okay, I think said beat her up.
No.
So shit.
Meet her up, and I decided to go through her phone just out of curiosity. I felt like I had
Did you have a gut feeling?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
oh
had
my
a
God.
gut feeling. So I was like, okay, let's just do it. And then I went in there, and it showed. I was like, who is this motherfucker? It's like, I know she's pretty, and I know people are gonna talk to her, and I know guys are gonna hit her up, and I trust her. So I was, in my mind, I saw the guy, and I was like, oh, he's just probably one of those dudes that just hit her up. That's fine. Nah, so I clicked on that, and I swear it had big messages, long texts, smiley faces, kissy faces, hearty faces.
Oh no.
And the beginning of the thing, he said, oh, you graduated not too long ago, right? And she's like, yeah. She's like, oh, I didn't get to get you anything as a graduation gift. What would you want? And she had the audacity to send a certain picture, and it was PJs, right? But it wasn't your average PJ. It was silky. It had like a lingerie feel to it. It was super short. It was pink. It was more just like lingerie.
That's so weird.
Right. So I got hella pissed. I was like, what the fuck? So she got back from getting her food. So I fucking shoved her phone to her. I was like, dude, what the fuck is this shit here? She was like, oh, it's nothing. He's just my friend that I met. Or, yeah, I met in elementary school. I was like, okay. So why is there that picture? Why'd you want to send that picture to him? It's like, you don't see me sending pictures to anybody else like that, right? And I just got fed. And you know what? She had the audacity to tell her cousin, saying, oh, you're just my friend. You're not my boyfriend no more.
Wait, about you?
Yeah. Right in front of her. And her cousin was just like, are you kidding?
Wait, when was this?
Like,
The same day?
the same day, like,
The same confrontation.
yeah.
Before, like, you found out.
Before I found out, she was like, oh, you're my friend only. Not my boyfriend. And I thought she was just fucking around. And her cousin was like,
Why would you say like that's
are
kind of
you
weird?
are you serious or whatever? She's like, yeah, he's just my friend now, no boyfriend. I was like, dude, what the fuck? That's what made me curious to.
Oh, so it wasn't
Still
even
understand.
like her being hella shady. It was just like the comments she was making, and then you were just kind of like, this doesn't feel right.
Yes and no, like
Was
her
it her vibe?
vibe.
The vibe,
There was
yes,
a
the
vibe.
vibe.
Like
Okay.
she didn't really say much,
Mm-hmm.
but the stuff that she was doing that made me curious. I was like, something's not right.
That something's going
And
on.
if I were to ask her shit, of course she's gonna be like, "Oh, nothing. It's just nothing." So I had to find out myself. But yeah, they've been talking, and I got fed up. I fucking cussed the fuck out of her, dude. I was like, "Man, fuck you then."
Oh,
Right in the middle of fucking the Federal State
the USU.
food area.
There's hella
So,
people there all the time.
Yeah, I was like, "Man, fuck you then." So I just fucking laughed. And she called me like 20 times. I didn't answer. And then the 30th phone call, she called me. She's like, pick up your phone. So I was like, what the fuck do you want? She's like, let me explain. It's not what you think. It's not that. It's just let me explain. I'm like, nah. You go to your class. You talk to that motherfucker over there because apparently he's more important than me.
Right.
So I'm gonna go home and leave me the fuck alone. And she's like, no, I'm gonna go to your house, skip class, and I'm gonna explain to you what the hell's going on. And I was like, no, because if it was that important, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. So it's like, if you come over here right now, I'm not gonna answer the door.
I'm
or
gonna
whatever.
beat your ass, nigga.
Exactly. And she still came over.
Ah.
She came over, and I told her not to come over, and that I'm gonna let her come in. Grandma doesn't know.
Oh.
Grandma opens the door. She comes in, comes talk to me. She's like, look, let me explain. Blah, 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 blah. And she's telling me, like, her story, which her mom...
Her mom wants her to, like, check in on the family
Yeah.
or whatever. That's just so weird, though, because it's like, if y'all supposed to be family, why are you sending her, like, partial, like, nudity photos like that? Especially when you have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's, like, the weirdest thing ever.
So when she was over, it was just... When she was telling me stuff about the story, I was just going in one ear and out the other. Like, I didn't even give a fuck. I was like, I'm just waiting for this bitch to go away. And that's essentially her story, kinda.
But, like, how does any of that make sense, though? Because...
That's why I said that does not make sense. Because it's more fucked up that her mom knew that she was cheating on me. And she still insisted for her to talk to the other guy. Like, they FaceTime.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They were FaceTiming and everything. And her mom was saying hi to him and everything.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then, a few months after that, I hit her up because she had this phone that
Oh, this
I
story is
bought
crazy. Okay.
so I could get it back, right? So we met up, and I saw her, and like even just the small details, like you know how the regular time goes 1 through 12, and then back to 1 through 12 again.
Wait, what? Okay, yeah,
Like
the
just
way
the
that
time-
the way
the
that
time-
the time works.
Yeah.
Sure.
And she had the 1 through 12, or when we were dating, and when I saw her again, she had that 24-hour time, like the army does.
And the dude's in the military.
Yeah.
See? Okay.
See what I mean?
Oh, so it was like 2200.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just the small details. Like she would never do those things when I was with me, or when she was with me. But all of a sudden, when I meet up with her that day to get the phone, like everything was different. Like the time, she already had a background picture of him on her phone.
No way.
Front and back.
Are you
or
serious?
Lock screen and background screen. She was already FaceTiming him when I was meeting her up. When I saw her.
On the phone that you wanted to get back?
No, I got her another phone prior to, because it was our anniversary. No, it was December before the cheating happened.
Okay.
And her phone
Broke?
it was about to break. So I upgraded her to the new phone, which she currently has now. So she was FaceTiming him on the new phone. So I was like, I was talking to her like, are you serious? Like you already moved on that quick? Like, did you even love me? Did you like even care about what you did? And she just had no comment, dude. She was like, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. I'm like that. I was like, dude, you barely know this guy, and all he had to do was just reply back to you to get to your heart or whatever. Like, that's fucking complete bullshit.
That is bullshit.
But it gets worse. It gets worse. This is some deep ass shit.
Do we know
some
this?
Stuff that I shouldn't probably be talking about.
Oh no.
But
is this the story?
I'm gonna say it anyways. No, not that story.
Wait, pause.
I was feeling a little bit selfish. And this is some deep shit. But I was in my feels. And she low key, no matter what she did, she was low key looking extra fine that day.
Oh my god.
And I was being a little selfish, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyways. And we slept with each other that night.
That's just so funny though, because it's like, I wonder if the other guy knows.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't.
He didn't.
He doesn't know.
He didn't know.
You should tell him. It'd be hell funny. You know what you should have done? As soon as that happened, like, hey, you might want to call your girl right now because we just did a thing.
So.
Damn.
Yeah, that happened. And I had to be a little bit selfish. Because I feel like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I already been through the worst. What's gonna fucking happen?
Yeah.
Well, something happened.
Oh no, are you gonna go into that story?
No, it's
crazy.
on a personal level, but something happened. Something crazy happened, but it worked out in the end.
Long story short,
definitely dodged a bullet.
You get
I just
someone
dodged
shot
a
a bullet. Someone shot a bullet, and you dodged the fuck out of it.
I dodged it. It was dangerous, but it was fun at the same time.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like I said, her story was that her mom introduced him or whatever. And I think that's just complete bullshit.
Yeah.
But
that's just so fucked up too, because you've done so much for that family.
Oh hell yeah!
Like, you opened up a phone plan for them, right? Can you explain that phone plan thing? Because Jubay has this thing where, like, it's a situation where he has a phone line. You have a family plan for them, something like that. So is it your account?
It was my account.
It was your account
at the time. Yes, it was my account. Her mom's phone didn't work, and her phone didn't work. So I bought her a new phone in December, right? And then I was making payments all the way up until January.
When did it? Wait, January
of 2019.
Oh, so that's right before. Wait, 2019. So right before you guys like broke up.
I was making payments until then.
Okay.
And then that situation happened with us, and then from then on, I told her, "You're paying for the phone. I'm no longer paying for the phone no more."
Like any right-minded being would say.
Yeah. So 6 months down the road, I get this mail sent to my house saying I missed, I think, 2 months of payment or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell?
Uh-huh.
You know, I told her I trust her. I just trust you enough to pay for your shit. But apparently not. So I couldn't even get a hold of her. It was to the point where I had to use my house phone
to dial?
Just to get to call her.
Oh, because she blocked you on everything?
She blocked me on everything.
Oh, okay.
She cheated on me, yet she had the audacity to block on me.
Right.
So I was like, okay, whatever. So I called her on the house phone. I was like, yo, so can you explain why they sent me a mail that I missed 2 months of payment? She's like, oh yeah, my phone's not working and it hasn't been working for 2 months. So if it's not working, I'm not going to pay for it. Like, what are you talking about?
That is some little kid mentality, bro.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? Have you tried fixing it? She's like, yeah, I went to the store and they said that it's about like $500 to fix, and I'm just gonna use the phone until it completely dies on me.
Well, you dumb bitch. When you use the phone, you gotta pay for it.
Exactly. Like, well, you know it's under warranty, right? She's like, yeah, but I missed the warranty period. So I was like, dude, you better pay for this shit. Otherwise, I'm gonna take you to court for that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I wasn't playing. Like, yes, it's a phone. Yes, it shouldn't be that big of an issue. But if she's playing that game,
You're hella down to be petty too.
yeah, why should I have? Why should I care when she doesn't care, right?
Right.
It's like, I'll take your ass. I'm gonna bet your ass. I'm gonna take your ass to court on a fucking phone.
You told her that?
Yeah.
And what'd she say?
She's like, oh, you're so crazy. Like, that's why we weren't meant to be together or whatever. Because you're too crazy or you're too toxic or whatever.
Oh
I'm like,
my god, bro. Next time I see you, fade on sight, brother. I promise you, I'm so sick of you.
exactly. So I'm like, dude, this is my account, you know? Like, why would you ever do this?
Oh
Like,
my god, bro.
if your phone's broken, go fix it. Take care of your own shit, you know? Not only that, I didn't buy her mom a phone. Or I didn't buy her a phone. I bought her mom a phone too.
Yeah.
But I got fed up with it. I fucking canceled the account. So she wouldn't have a phone anymore.
But
Or
then
her
my
mom.
biggest question for you is that when you cancel the account, like, what happens to all that bills that's left on that phone?
It's all whatever that's left over there just to be paid off.
But is the account your account? Like, isn't it attached
Yes,
to your
I'm
name?
I was the main authorized user. But because I was the authorized user, I can change the user so that I could make her the authorized user. So now the bills fall on her.
Oh, so it leaves no trail for you.
It shouldn't. I called and it shouldn't.
Because that's like, I can see some people using it in such like a crazy way to do that. You know what I mean? Like a sabotage kind of thing.
Yeah, but on the app itself already, that phone app, it already had her name. It used to be my name. Like, it used to say,
So did you take? So let me wait. So your own phone account that you have right now, was that attached to like Plan?
my personal phone?
Yeah.
No, my personal phone is from my parents.
Oh, I get it now.
So
Okay.
I made my own account.
And you didn't even
Start
have a phone for
fresh.
yourself. It was for her and her mom.
Yeah.
So you were literally were you paying for her mom's too?
Yeah.
What? Jubay, are you serious?
Straight up pay with for her and her mom's phone without any hesitation. And at the time, I wasn't making enough money because I was barely getting any hours at work.
Was that when you moved out?
A little bit before that and after that, yeah.
Dang, dude, that's crazy because
So I was living
I don't
paycheck to
get that.
paycheck
Uh-huh.
because of that situation.
Is that why you had to move back to? Like one of the reasons?
One of the reasons, yeah.
Okay, that makes
But-
sense.
There's times where like I tell her like, yo, I can't pay for the phone, you know, and she would get mad at it. It's like, well, you've been spending all kind of money. It's like, well, you think I want to be spending all of that? You think I want to be making this much?
You think
But I'll
it's
do
your
it
money?
anyways. Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
And then she has the audacity of saying that I'm not gonna fix the phone and I'm gonna do it until it dies. I was like, okay, well then you can do that, but it's gonna fall on you and not on me.
So
that's
your
when-
name is not attached to any of it. Wait, so to make that account, didn't you have to put like your own like your social, your billing, like it's traced to you, isn't it?
Yeah, but then I made myself the authorized user so I could change from me to her. So
So was the mom's like account like information like billing information already on that account?
because we put both of our information on there.
You and the mom.
No, me and
Oh,
Yuna.
Yuna.
So that way we're both. I'm the main user, and she's just like the backup.
So she had to put her own information in too.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So
because-
long story short, you just
I just switched. I removed myself because I was the main authorized user. I could do whatever I want. So I said I remove myself out of this, and leave her to her own account
with the bill.
with the bill.
If you don't mind me asking, how much is on that bill?
1,446.
Bro, that's already worth more than what the phone is worth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And she was just gonna use the phone and not pay it.
Yeah. I actually didn't even know the full story. I think I knew like 90-ish% of the story, but I didn't know that she was already moved on.
She moved on pretty quick, dude. And it just sucks because the other person has to deal with all the emotion and has to deal with all the feels, rather the other person, because they did that, they automatically have like the power, kinda. They could always just flip the switch and be back with that person and be like, okay, yeah, I want you back.
Oh, I
And the
see
other
what you
person
mean.
could be like, okay, yes, I'll take you back.
Because
But
it's like
because,
vulnerability.
yeah, leverage type of way. But I didn't see it that way. I saw it as, or at least after the fact, I saw it as she lost me.
Yeah, dude, you were like what the best thing that ever happened to her, and she treated you like shit for it.
It just is what it is. I learned the hard way, but I've learned people are just not gonna love you the same. I just give, like, you know how they're saying, treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that same respect's just not always gonna be reciprocated. But I'm not gonna let one bitch, no matter how long we've been together, I'm not gonna let that one bitch
Ruin your whole entire
ruin
life.
my life or anything. I just wished it was better, but I've been a lot happier. I bought a car.
Oh, yep.
My bike's been built. I made new friends. I got out on plenty of dates,
Mm-hmm.
and they were 100% all hotter than her.
You know what's funny though? It's like you have to suffer like this really horrible tragedy. Not, it's not a tragedy. It's more like a unfortunate event, and in exchange you get your new your new car to you, your 1977 Datsun 280Z, the one you actually wanted,
The one I actually
and
wanted.
now you can actually build it from the ground up.
Yeah.
And then now you're meeting new chicks at the club, like talking to other girls, right? And you're hanging out with more people. That's like a win.
I just wish I was happy like this when I was with her, you know?
Yes. Do you feel like you're experiencing real happiness?
As of now, oh, hell yeah.
Like not necessarily like what you experienced was fake, but like, do you feel that you yourself have experienced a different type of happiness?
I've also learned that us naturally we're never satisfied. We could say we're happy, but we're not really happy. We're just satisfied for the moment, but we always want better. I feel like even if I was like right now, I feel super happy for the time as we're speaking right now, but I feel like in a week by now or a month, I want more.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what
see
I
what you mean.
I'm not fulfilled like how I was yesterday or the day before that or a month before that. And I want something better to make me even happier, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the story or at the end of the day, I've learned a lot, especially like reading, like I read a lot of books.
What?
I read a lot of books. I know
What?
that's the last thing I was reading.
With like,
I would
with
do.
like words
I read
in
a
it,
lot
or
of books.
or is there any pictures?
No,
You read?
I read.
I'm really confused.
I met a friend. He's my coworker at
Where's your job? Yeah. Okay.
and he told me to read this certain book, and 100% it made me who I am. Like,
Was it
today,
one of those
part
books
it.
that was like how to be a badass?
Almost, dude. It works though. Okay, this book is called "The Art of Not Giving a Fuck."
It's a good read.
100%. It shows you like when it comes to like talking to girls,
Okay.
talking to friends, just anything in general. Just the art of not giving a fuck. Like I used to be afraid, you know, seeing a cute girl from across the room and not wanting to talk to her because of being nervous, right?
Right.
That book, it just sends you to a different mindset to where like, who gives a fuck if she says no? Who gives a fuck if she doesn't like you? Or who gives a fuck if she not interested, right? The fact is, you got up, you did it, you went to go talk to her, and you wouldn't have known if you wouldn't have gone up and talked to her. You know, that's how I live my life now. Just, okay, I give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck at the same time, you know? Like, I'm not gonna cry about anything. If someone's gonna talk shit about me, that's fine. Like, your words don't mean, it's just, oh, if something's wrong with you, I'm like, why would I fight with you when it's not that important, you know?
Yeah.
Or just, anything in general, like Brian, like if you have to read that book, you would like I don't want you to not give a fuck, but in certain times it helps you out so much. Like I'm just scared to open up myself again, like I did,
And get hurt.
and get hurt. Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, it's gonna be a really bad analogy, but like me and my dog. So like I don't really want to own another dog because my dog died, but I don't mind hanging around with other dogs and petting them, and you know what I mean.
'Cause
But
it's
I
not
just don't
gonna
want to
be
get
the
hurt
same.
again.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, not everybody would be like that. Not everyone's gonna cheat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna have the same mindset as her.
Yeah.
So it's like a 50-50 chance. I'm not scared of being into another relationship because everyone is different. But my heart will say the same and how I think I'll be the same. So if I see a red flag or if I see anything that's concerning me, I'm just gonna drop it.
Oh, okay. Do you
You know what I
think?
mean?
Do you think that's a good or bad thing though?
Like I said, it's the art of not giving a fuck.
So after like getting cheated on, and you coming to your own conclusion of what happened, what have you learned from that experience?
I learned a lot. There's just things you don't think about every day, like the small details, until it actually happens and you notice it after that it happened. Like you ever had those times where you're doing something and you feel like something bad happened, you just didn't know what it was, so you had to like reflect on what the small details were, and until you actually realize what you did or what those details were, kind of like I didn't notice it at first.
Are you
but-
kind of talking about like how us guys see all the flaws in your relationship in that person, and now you look back and you see it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Okay.
you just don't realize it until you actually like thought about it and be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Did you ever think about that to yourself? Because I remember at one point, do you remember me texting you this? Like, hey, bro, be honest, bro. No one likes Yuna.
Yeah.
But I said, but because you're like one of my bros, like, if you're happy, I'm happy. But I'm just letting you know that none of us like her.
100%. I prefer you guys say that to me instead of being
Like, quiet.
quiet and not saying, because if I were to say something like that, or if I were to say something that's concerning to me, I would be 100% real with you too,
Right.
But the fact that she's a part of me, and because of what love does to you,
Oh, like,
it makes
Yeah.
it kind of like hides the mistakes and hides the bad things away in a way. Because I love her, I'm not gonna think of her that way. I'm gonna try to think of it in a different way. It's like, what can I do to make it better, or what can I do to make the guys like her more?
oh, okay.
So I think about it, and I take it into consideration, but I make it to a positive thing. It's like, okay, what can I do to be in a happy medium? Or make her better as a person and make my homeboys like her.
I feel like that's such a tough spot to be in because you're getting pulled one way and another.
Yeah, there's that one point where I was right in between. It's either her or you guys.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
So I guess we're gonna go ahead and kind of wrap up the podcast. We're actually about like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm definitely gonna edit it down because I'm pretty long, but I just want to say, like, on an ending note, dude, like, I'm really proud of like who you become, even like when you were with Yuna, because I remember when you first moved out, it's kind of like a ballsy move, and I was like, holy shit, like, why are you moving out, bro? Like, you have it all at home. And then I kind of took a step back and I was just like, it's really good for you to move out, learn that experience. And then I remember, I think you were in my car when you got the job, your first job, right? And I was like, yeah, my boy, he got his first job. And then yeah, you just kind of been progressing, and then even though like the little downs go and hit you, you still find a way to like bounce back up. And I think like I'm really just proud of like the person you become, even though you're a little crazy right now, man. You're a little crazy alcoholic. That's
Okay,
totally
not
cool.
alcoholic, but the alcohol does help.
Alcohol, yeah, I remember because you never wanted to drink, but now like you're all for it, which is not a problem. I think that's pretty cool that you're experiencing all that.
Now, with all of that, like, it's not just with my prior relationship, it's just how I grew up in a way.
Oh, okay.
It made me who I am today too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with being alone. Like, legit, people ask me when I go to the bar, like, who you with? Oh, just myself. Or at the club, who you with? Oh, myself. And people get shocked about it. Like, it amazes me. Like,
Do you go by yourself?
yeah, I go by myself.
Oh, okay.
I go to LA by myself to go ride. Remember that one time? I went
Oh,
to
you
LA
took
by
your bike?
myself.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with doing this by myself because while growing up, I was pretty much by myself. So I'm okay with being myself. So, which is why like I made that move to where if I'm gonna move out, I'm just gonna move out because I don't really care about. I care what other people say, but
It's your decision.
I'm just doing it just to do it. You know.
Yeah.
If you could tell, I'm like the odd one out of just not my friends, but
Everyone, dude.
my family. You know,
Yeah.
you could tell the difference. So.
Yeah. Well, that's Jubay Moore, everyone. Thanks, Jubay, for coming.
This is just one of many stories.
Yeah, this is literally like the whole friendship is made out of stories. But if you like this podcast, go ahead and click that subscribe button, thumbs it up, leave a comment, and yeah, let me know some feedback. Moral of the story: don't cheat on your partner. Don't be an asshole. See you guys.